Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Foots the King as always. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing. We can take a deep breath, okay? And I actually had this video planned for this bye week. I just kind of wanted to get my draft fans acclimated with some of the players that the Cowboys could possibly target in this 2026 draft. Well, lo and behold, they go ahead and trade for Quinnen Williams. They trade for Logan Wilson. And to me, look at this as part of your draft, right? George Pickens is your third-round pick. Quinnen Williams is your second-round pick, but you still have your two first. And I'm going to be honest with you, the goal will not change when it comes to me. I've told you guys, pedigree is what I'm looking for. Now, this defense, with trading for Quinnen Williams, this defense will be better. You get DeMarvin Overshown back, he's a plus. They have plans, high hopes for Savon Ravel, he's a plus. I'm still going OD. I'm still going crazy. I am looking for defenders in this draft. And guess what, guys? This is going to be a loaded defensive draft. Like, this class looks really, really good. I watched a bunch of film today. And I had this video planned just to get us, who are we looking at? What are we looking at as the college football playoff comes up? If you're watching college ball, you guys let me know some players that you're looking at. But the truth is this, you're not going to be able to fix this defense via draft only. Like, that's not realistic. And I'm glad that the Joneses, the front office, Will McClay said, let's go get us a big fish. So what Quinnen Williams does, and the reason why I did this post Quinnen Williams trade mock draft, is because I want to start setting the table. You got your turkey on the table, literally a big turkey on that table, which is Quinnen Williams. He takes up double teams. You can set your defense for the next 3 to 5 years around a player like that. But you can't stop. You got to get players that are high level. You can't try to go get guys in the back of the draft and have them playing in important positions, i.e. corner, i.e. defensive end. Now, we got a defensive end in Donovan Nazaraku. He's played well and he's coming along, but you need more. Sam Williams, not quite good enough. But for me, in the way I attack this draft, I'm looking at it as our back end, it just isn't good enough. I hate to say it, Kyer Elam isn't good enough. We saw how Deron Bland played against the Cardinals. Not good enough. I don't think that Diggs is in the plan for the future. Not good enough. So what I did with my first pick 14, we're jumping right into this draft, I went Mansour Delane. And to me, he's clean and man. He's at LSU. And LSU, obviously, everything that they have going on with Brian Kelly in the program, he is a good player. And if you go watch the Clemson tape, I wrote it out. The Clemson tape was phenomenal, bro. Like, that's where you say, number one corner in the class, yes, he can do the things. If you get a chance to draft this player, you really need to consider it. Avion Terrell is a good player. There's some good corners in this class that can come in and be outside guys and be upgrades over what you have. I mean, he has the highest force and completion rate in the SEC. Man guy, zone guy, has a bunch of havoc plays on the film that I watched. So, Mansour Delane, you are a Cowboy. Pick 14. We still have our second first-round pick. So there's going to be a gap in this draft where we're not talking about anything because we don't have picks. It is what it is. George Pickens, that's your pick. You better sign him. But pick 24, that's what we'd be slated at right now. I went defensive end. Now, what if you want to go Jeremiah Love? What if you want to go, I hate to say this, and I'm talking about it, but what if you want to go with left tackle? Now, the tackle class isn't great. What if you want to go another end? I mean, you can, with these first two picks in the first round, you need to hit, and they need to be high impact players. I went Mateo. I'm going to struggle with his name, so I'm going to just call him Mateo Ukulele. I know I messed that up. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Oregon, defensive end, he has great bend. Now, the sacks aren't crazy, right? But 8 pressures, really, really good stuff. 24 havoc plays, 14 run stops. People say, well, Foots, why do we want that guy? Don't we want somebody who can rush the quarterback? I think that's going to be Donovan Nazaraku. Like, give him more time to continue to get better. But this guy is the one that can be your DeMarcus Lawrence. And you got to remember, you're pairing this with Quinnen Williams. So now he's getting one-on-ones. Donovan Nazaraku is getting one-on-ones. You can't set your protection. We heard Brian Schottenheimer say they had issues setting the protection when Quinnen Williams was in there. So now these guys just have to win their battles. I'm telling you, that Oregon defense is really, really sticky. I like Mateo. I think that And if you didn't want to go Mateo, both the Texas Tech defensive ends, Bailey and the other kid, are really good. If you didn't want to go Mateo, there's some other players out there that you could look at, maybe an off-ball linebacker, the kid from Georgia. I don't know if I would go in the first round for an off-ball linebacker, but at the end of the day, you need to get a guy. Okay, so like guys like Arvell Reese, I'm going to tell you now, Dane Brugler, I was listening to him earlier, he already has Arvell Reese as his best player in the draft. So thinking that he's going to be there late in the first round, it's just not going to happen. So it's going to be interesting to see which way the Cowboys go with that second first-round pick, but they need to make it count, and it needs to be high impact because you are sitting till the fourth round. And so for my fourth-round pick, I went with the running back. Yes, Foots, why would you go to running back? Guys, we haven't gotten anything out of Jaden Blue. Anything. I mean, it's been a pipe dream at this point. You love Javonte Williams, but it's Javonte Williams or nothing. Why not go get another back who is really similar to Javonte Williams and Jadarian Price out of Notre Dame, physical guy. He's the classic, buried behind Jeremiah Love, but I know he's going to be a better pro than he is in the college ranks because he can come in, he can have a role, he's physical. You get him in the fourth round, he catches the ball well, he has good wiggle. No, he doesn't have the home run ability of a Jeremiah Love, but I really like what he does in pass pro. Honestly, he's a splitting image of Javonte Williams, and we got to think about what this scheme is. It's a physical scheme. He's a physical player, in and out between the tackles. And it's something about those Notre Dame guys. They're coached up. They know how to play the game the right way. I went Jadarian. I said Jadarian. Did I say Jadarian Love? Jadarian Price. Pick 114. I think this kid can play, and I think that he will come in instantly and be that 1-2 punch that you need. Round 5, pick 153. I know a lot of fans will like this. Texas Tech linebacker, Jacob Rodriguez. So to me, he is the classic undersized 6'2", 230. He's not the big, impressive linebacker. He's not going to have the great measurables, but the IQ it's off the charts. He's caused 7 fumbles, guys, 30 havoc plays, 54 tackles. This guy is a machine. He knows where to be. He's just not going to pass the eye test. Like, that's what it is. But you got Logan Wilson on his team. You have DeMarvion Overshown on his team. Knock, knock, DeMarvion Overshown stays healthy. Once you move on from Logan Wilson, if you get a guy like this, you can plug him in as a Mike. He's tough as nails. He's where he's supposed to be. 7 forced fumbles, that's not by accident. The peanut punch. You need a Mike backer. You need somebody to come in. You're not going to, it was funny listening to Brian Schottenheimer say, oh, yeah, K9 had his best game. Kenneth Murray just isn't consistent. Give me this guy. Give me a flyer on this guy. And this really isn't a flyer in the 5th round because I think that he can come in, he can help, especially on teams early on. And then if you decide, you know what, the Logan Wilson experiment, I'm kind of cool on it. Okay, cool. You go this direction and you're fine. And then you have another 5th round pick, pick 177. And this is the player that I think is the steal of this mock draft to me. Aiden Schuler. To me, he's a guy that at safety, the safety position already is going to be Caleb Downs in the Temptations. Like, there are a bunch of good safeties, but we know this team doesn't invest in that position. But you have to. You can't just say, yeah, we'll get somebody undrafted free agent. Like, I like Elijah Clark, I like Wanye Thomas, but their pedigree says they're undrafted free agents for a reason. Like, they didn't get drafted high for a reason. This guy, I'm going to tell you, he plays around the box, but I saw him in split safety looks, and he doesn't look lost. You just need guys in here who don't look lost. He can run the alley. He runs the alley very well. Like I said, when Donovan Wilson went out, you saw long plays happening. I don't want that. To me, if you bring in Aiden, he probably is a 3rd-round player, but you got to look at the positional value when it comes to safety. It's just not valued. He'll come up, he'll hit you. He's not lost in coverage. These guys are not only lost in coverage, they don't tackle well. He tackles very, very well. I think he has like 30 tackles. So to me, getting a guy on the back end who at least has some pedigree, went to Notre Dame, has played big-time football, I would feel really, really happy about that. So this is my post-Quinnen Williams rebuilding, looking at what the defense could possibly be if you do the right things. Mock draft is very, very early, 2026. I know, Foots, you're a psycho. Why are you talking about a mock draft so early? I'm talking about a mock draft because at some point you have to fix this defense. I just did it with this draft. Let me know what you guys think. I want you guys to do this. I'm looking at you all. Give me a few prospects that you guys like and that you guys are watching, and I'll talk about them on the channel. I got access to the film. I'll talk about them. I'll break them down. Let's talk about it. We got a bye week. Okay. And if I don't get to it in season, I'll make sure that I get to it during draft season because you guys know that's my time of the year. I love you all. Peace.